All right, I would like to call the Raymar Arts Commission meeting to order on Tuesday, September 13th at 7 o'clock. Can we please have the roll call, Mike?
Commissioner Barry. Commissioner Gambrell.
Present.
Commissioner Kanovic.
Present.
Commissioner Paris.
Present. I believe we do have a quorum despite having a couple of our commissioners out, so we're good to go. If we could do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, we do not have any public comments tonight, so with that, we'll go right into staff reports, please.
Thank you. The first item tonight, we will need to cancel our November meeting. This was an oversight by staff. The room itself will be used as a polling place, and so we would not even have access to the room until 8 or 9 o'clock that night. Because there is also the Charter Review Commission meeting and several other meetings, the chamber itself is just not accessible through that month, and so we thought it best just to go ahead and cancel that meeting. The second item on the staff reports is the 2015-2016 budget update. Ms. Hauk will have a more firm update on budget numbers, and we'll be able to review that with the entire commission at our next meeting. There is a budget included within your packet this evening to give you kind of an update of where we are so far, but we'll be able to discuss that further, and it'll be on the next meeting agenda. If there was any other questions or items that you specifically would like called out, feel free to email Ms. Hauk or myself, and we'll make sure that those get outlined or highlighted. The second item, our fall programming is underway. Our first class will be held this Friday, the Family Art Days. Saturday, I'm sorry. And it will be, it sounds like we've got quite a few people already enrolled, and it sounds like it'll be quite a success. Looking forward to that as well. Was there anything that you would like to add, Commissioner Gambrell?
I'm hoping it will be a success.
Very good. The farmers market sponsorships also have been booked. I believe all but one of the remaining days through the month of October have been booked on behalf of the Arts Commission, and so that sponsorship is moving forward. We should have an email with who those bands are and what performances will be going on what days. We also have the open call for artists is currently underway. We have received a couple applications or packets from artists already, and so we know that that is getting out there. Has been posted both to national organizations as well as organizations here locally. We feel pretty comfortable with the amount of exposure that it's been getting and are looking forward to seeing some more of the applications that come in probably a little closer to the deadline. I could see some coming in even on Thursday.
One question, is that
Could you speak into your...
Is that still quarterly that we're doing that, or did we, because we received some feedback that some artists thought that 3 months to,
I don't want to interrupt, but that's a different thing.
oh, that's for in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize. This call for artists, or the two that we have currently open, are for the artwork at the Municipal Center, as well as the artwork as the entrance feature at 58 and Dean.
Oh, nice, yes, I read those, thank you. And I'll ask that question later.
Excuse me, Mike, you said we have some applications in, is that for one or both types of call for artists?
The ones that I have seen, we have one artist who has applied for both, and then there's one artist who has applied specifically for the Municipal Center
Okay.
location.
Thank you.
Next on the list is the Raymore Arts website. I would encourage anyone, if you have some time, to visit raymore.com/arts. Originally, we had created the Arts Commission's website under its commission page, much like how the City Council and the Park Board all have their own pages, and we were including a lot of the programming information there. because we have more programming this fall, as well as the Call for Artists and other items now kind of into full swing, we decided it was time to give the Arts Commission and the arts programming its own section of the website. So you can either get to the website by going to the Explore section, and you can go to Explore the Arts in Raymore, or you can just visit raymore.com/arts. It has a nice landing page for the Arts Commission and arts programming going on within the city, and then has several other subpages for classes, artists and art educators who are interested in becoming teachers for our programming in the future, as well as all of our Call for Artists and other information. There is also an Arts Commission specific calendar that includes all of the arts deadlines as well as other events that are programmed by the Arts Commission on that website as well.
Mike, I know I was in on that, and I think I told this to Meredith, but I'm not sure, about the issue with the application for artist for the gallery. There was an application in there that was from a different city, and I just would double check that, just to
Okay.
make sure that it's our application on there, not somebody else. So that was kind of quirky, I'm not quite sure. I think we may have used it as a template at one time.
Sure.
So I'm thinking that's how that got there.
I will double
And
check.
it may have been corrected already, I didn't check recently, but
I will double check and make sure.
thank you.
And then the last item on the staff reports is the Festival in the Park Parade participation. I can let Commissioner Barry update on that area.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, we reached out to the theater department at the high school, and I'm finding out that these people are pretty darn busy in the fall. With a lot of things going on. In fact, all of the entire department's going to be down in a conference that particular weekend, and they're a little leery about having the students maybe with just me or us or whoever to supervise. And we went back and forth a few times, and I said, thanks, we'll try go to the next step, the next level, which was I was going to reach out to the high school choir department. However, my wife reminded me we've had a couple of successful things happen ourselves. Maybe we should use this float for us and put a huge, big Adirondack chair on a trailer with some of the others that we have. Hopefully, if permission is granted, we can put those in as well and have some commissioners in the float, waving, talking, walking the route, explaining about our upcoming workshops and classes and things that they can look forward to this next year. And I wanted to sound that out for you guys. What does the rest of the commission think about this?
I think it sounds like a great idea. I have to work that day, so I won't be able to do it, but you can use my chair if you want.
Great.
I would also volunteer my chair,
Okay,
if you need.
Actually, I think we've got some, and I'll take more, but we also need
That's a big
bodies.
trailer.
We really need
I'll
bodies.
I'll be
yeah.
able to be there, so.
Family and friends can also help and volunteer, hand out flyers, hand out candy. We'll be a hit if we hand out candy. I'm telling you right now, the kids are going to love us.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could ask the students who are coming to the class on Saturday to participate if they wanted to. They could sit in chairs on the float, or is that a safety risk, or?
It may be, just considering the age of some of the children who have signed up.
Yeah.
Desiree, did you have any questions
Yeah,
or
I
comments?
certainly will be there and would be happy to participate. And I was going to mention if we could give out some information about the upcoming events and also, of course, candy, because that would make us a hit. So
Tootsie Rolls.
I agree.
I think it's a great idea, and it should be fun. And I guess my only question is, would we have a printed brochure or flyer or something that we can have available to hand out at that time?
We definitely can,
It
and
doesn't have to be anything fancy, it can just be a one-page, just handout.
yeah, absolutely. And we can also highlight not only the new website, but also the classes that'll be coming up later in the season.
Right.
Kind of a reprint of what we had in the Raymore Review.
Okay.
And I'd like to get together with you and talk about any types of banners we would want to put on the float. I know we're getting to a certain timetable now. We're getting closer and closer. However, I also notice a lot of handmade posters and banners, which is something we can do if we have the time, and you can help us with supplies or at least point us in the right direction. We can go grab some things, but we can discuss this afterwards.
Sure, and we do have 4 yard-sized signs, so kind of the 4 foot by 3 foot. That's just kind of the corrugated plastic that say the Arts Commission and has the website on the side as well.
Okay.
And we have those for sponsored events, but would definitely be more than happy to use those as well at
Drop them in
the
the-
parade float, yeah.
Okay, great.
Good, thank you, Bob, for coordinating on that with Mike. Are there any other questions or comments for Bob? Okay, thank you.
And that concludes staff report.
All right, our next, we were to have the Public Art Committee update, but because they didn't hold a meeting this week, they'll be meeting on the 20th, so I'll have an update at our next meeting. Unless, Desiree, you have any comments? Okay, thank you. All right, we have one consent item tonight, which is the approval of the Arts Commission minutes from August 9th, 2016. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes from that date?
So moved?
A second, please?
Oh, I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, that's unanimous. The minutes have been approved. Thank you. Now, the only other thing is old business. If you recall, we had talked about at our last meeting, or maybe even the meeting before, approving a budget for creating and making banners for the streetlights. We've talked about a budget amount of $1,500. It's in our budget. We have not officially approved that. And the Public Art Committee has already done some review of banner design, which they will be finalizing at their September 20 meeting and will present to us at our next meeting. But I think tonight, if we go ahead and approve the budget for that expenditure, then they can just fill us in with the details of the design at our next meeting. And therefore, I would ask for a motion to approve the purchase of one set of large streetlight banners, which is for a total of $1,500.
So moved?
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of approval of this $1,500 expenditure for streetlight banners, please raise your hand. Okay, that's unanimous. Thank you very much. That motion has been carried.
Can I add on, from the Public Art Commission perspective?
Sure.
The banners that were, I should say, the look and feel, what they was presented is pretty awesome. And I think it's really on target for what we talked about as a group, making sure that it was representative of all of the different disciplines. So I think everybody will be pretty excited when they see them. So it's a great investment.
Great. And you all have done such a great job, too. Thank you very much. It appears we have no new business for tonight. This is going to be a short meeting. So are there any commissioner comments? I will just mention that on the 19th of September, I will be going on the Foxwood Springs TV station to talk about events for the commission, as well as Sandy Braga, who is the president of the Art League, will be joining me to talk about events, specifically the student art contest for November 13th. So we will be actually doing our little 20-minute appearance on the Foxwood Springs television station on the 19th. And I think, other than that, I don't think I have any other comments. How about anybody else? Okay. Well, unless there's any comments from the staff, I think I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this very short meeting.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
A second, please.
Second.
Okay, a motion to, all those in favor of adjourning the meeting, please raise your hand. Okay, that's unanimous. The meeting is officially adjourned at 7:15. Thank you.
Hit the hammer. Gotta hit that. There we go.
You missed it.
Yes, ma'am.
If you need help making, if you decide we want a banner,
Mhm.
Heather mentioned the back of the chair was kind of not, was falling apart, or the
Yes, but we-
design was kind